he is making his K-1 World Grand Prix debut from Suriname. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Tyrone, King of the Ring, Spong. And his opponent across the ring fighting tonight out of the red corner. He stands 195 centimeters tall and weighed in at 119 kilograms. Coming to us from Poland, here is Alistair Overeem.
Alistair Overeem has been doing all the publicity here in Japan. He is mega popular, is the man they call Overeem. The stare down here. Spong is making Overeem wait. You see the great one, Ernesto Hoost, in the corner there of Tyrone Spong. It's an old tactic to make the opponent wait for you. As Spong is already playing the mind games here. Look at Overeem. He looks like he is ready to eat Tyrone Spong. 3 by 3 minute rounds, 1 extra round in case of a draw. The intensity on Spong, he could beat the sun in a staring contest. Spong comes in at plus 365. Overeem at minus 465. This one has epic awesomeness written all over it. Quarterfinal number 4. And Spong is ready to charge out of his corner. Overeem, can he find the Uber knee? Michael Chavello, Mike Hogan, King Mo Lawal with you. Overeem will switch. He started in southpaw, now back to orthodox. Tyrone Spong has a beautiful liver shot and a fantastic left hook. And he gets on the outside of the Overeem right hand. Spong says he has trained specifically for Overeem. He's beefed up to 105 kilograms for the first time in his career. But Overeem needs to find only one shot. The overhand right, the high knee.
Alistair opened pretty aggressive, which is usually uncharacteristic of him.
Overeem switches again. Southpaw now back to orthodox. Double-handed clinch is illegal. Referee will caution Overeem here. You are allowed to clinch with one hand and then release. And some angry barks from the corner of Tyrone Spong. As Alistair has officially won. 265 pounds of Overeem here tonight. He's been training the last 2 weeks in Pattaya, Thailand at the Golden Glory Camp. Here comes Spong, double left hook. Oh, Spong's tagged. Overeem's been robbed. Spong unloading. And Overeem's double forearm guards weather the storm. Overeem rock solid. That Virgin's defense, nothing penetrates. Spong with the leg kicks. Stiff jab. And Overeem, cool under pressure. He gets clipped with another left hook. Body shot from Spong. Inside leg kick from Spong. There's the liver shot. And Overeem switches to southpaw. Now back to orthodox. The high knee from the Reem.
I don't know, Alistair doesn't look like he's surprised by any of this. I mean, this is all part of his strategy. It looks like he was defending relatively well. I don't like Spong standing stationary, allowing Alistair to clinch and deliver that knee. He needs to move a little more.
I see Spong dangerously dropping his right hand. Alistair may capitalize with a left hook. There's the uppercut off the left from Alistair Overeem. Spong with a counter hook of his own. Inside thigh kick, nice and high on the thigh. And a step-up knee. Alistair returns the favor.
And to be honest with you, I think those body shots hurt him. That's why he switched stances.
I have to agree with you, King Mo. Overeem moves it again. A double-handed clinch. Referee's going to caution him again. And he may very well issue a yellow card here to Overeem. Tyrone Spong's manager, Raymond, is having to be restrained here ringside. He is absolutely irate. The second official warning for Overeem for an illegal double-handed clinch. Overhand right from the ring, the one he used to drop Ben Edwards in the final 16 in Seoul. Look at the size of the trapezius here of the Reem. He could fly.
Everything Alistair throws is with mean intentions.
Nice shot to the left side of the carcass from Alistair. There's that beautiful double forearms defense again from the ring. He's fighting southpaw now. Step up knee. Tyrone got to remain mobile here. Final 10 seconds of what has been the most thrilling round of the night. Glancing right hand. End of the first round, we go to the towels. Kick Mo Lawal, Your Highness, how did you see it?
I thought Spong won that. I thought he won that round early, just from the early action in the fight. And the rest of the round went pretty even, but I think Spong won that round.
Mike Kogan, how did you see it on Kogan Vision?
I saw Spong probably winning the round, edging it, although if they gave it a 10-0 round, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, Overeem did come back. He did pretty well to finish out the round. Mike, I noticed, the left hand low, the right hand low, he's actually to block the knees.
Okay, all three judges are giving it 10-9 to Tyrone Spong after the first round. As you see, core hammers in the corner of Alistair. Spong seemingly doing everything right in the first round, adhering to a strict game plan developed by Rene Ruse, Harry Hooft and Ernesto Hoost in his corner. You could not be in more experienced hands. Indeed, in his fight against Ray Sefo in the final 16, Spong did mimic a much smaller Ernesto Hoost. Big hello to Ray Sefo, who is watching in Las Vegas. Second round of 3. Jab there from Overeem and a right round kick. Overeem switching again. There's the biggest switch stance in the sport is Overeem. And he takes the brunt of the beautiful front kick. The size of the biceps here on Overeem, they should have their own zip code. Inside thigh kick from Spong. Overhand right from Spong. He's got to be careful not to drop that right hand, or Alistair will catch him with the hook. Good scoop of the round kick there, Muay Thai style from Spong. He's also wearing a Thai prajer on his right bicep is Spong.
With a double-handed again.
Spong switching to southpaw momentarily. Now back to his orthodox stance. And there's the left hook. Alistair didn't throw it with power. Almost just warning Spong, saying, hey, if you're going to drop it, I'm going to take it. Inside thigh kick from the ring. Outside thigh kick from the ring. That'll score for him. Spong not moving as much as he did in the first round. Standing a little more toe-to-toe here with Alistair.
Well, I think he's doing that because he's trying to bait Alistair to do the double clinch, the double fist clinch, so he can get that point.
Overhand right from Tyrone. Alistair with the left hook, and there's the knee to the jawline, trying to land the good night, Irene. Switches to southpaw again, does the ring. Overhand right from Tyrone. And nice tight guard there from Spong on the inside. Oh, slams the leg kick to the inside thigh. Spong backing up the rim here.
Spong is dictating the ring movement here for sure, but he needs to go back to the body. He was very successful in the first round with the body assault.
Alistair with an uppercut. Went so high I heard organs playing. There's the high knee from the ring.
And a double-handed clinch again. He keeps double-handed clinching him. The referee's just not seeing it.
The referee's seeing it. He wants to step in. I've seen him twice step in.
Right hand, look, hook from the ring. I told you Tyrone is dropping that right hand. He's got to stay mobile. High knee again from Alistair. Tyrone is slowed down here. This is dangerous. Final 18 seconds of the round for Tyrone. Tyrone Spong has never carried this much weight. The heaviest he has ever been is just on the brink of 100 kilos. 2 rounds down, 1 remaining as the Reem and Spong go to their corners. King Mo Lawal, your thoughts after 2?
I think, earlier Spong was winning that round, but I think maybe Alistair could have stole that round with the second half, action. But it's still close.
Mike, what was Tyrone doing incorrectly, do you feel, in the second round?
Well, I mean, who am I to judge what somebody like Tyrone does incorrectly? But to me, I think he needs to go back to the body and be a lot more mobile. He's very stationary. He just stands in front of Alistair. That is one thing you do not want to do.
Okay, 2 judges giving it to Alistair Overeem, 1 judge giving it a draw. So after 2 rounds, 1 judge has Spong ahead by a point, the other 2 have it a draw. So if we were to go to the decision right now, it would be a drawn fight. And it's still anyone's for the taking, for the right to fight in semi-final number 2 against Gokhan Saki. Third and final round, and Tyrone Spong opens up with the heavy artillery. Body shot there from Tyrone. You can hear him grunting behind every salvo now, the king of the ring. Good inside leg kick from Alistair. Overeem trying to get on the inside to land the Uber knee. Not working for him at the moment though. Spong flat-footed again as he was for most of the second round and dropping that right hand dangerously.
Alistair's punching output has increased as the rounds are progressing, and that's going to favor him here in this round. Tyrone really needs to either start moving more and throwing some leg kicks or really increase his punching output.
Oh, nicely done by Spong. Took 2 backward steps and then slipped the jab in. Good head movement there from Spong, and he rips away to the liver section again. Hiding! Good round kick to the right side of the carcass from Alistair and the uppercut. Now the power salvos from the ring. Spong's got to get off the ropes here. He's got to get off the ropes here. Alistair's going to tee off at him like a golf course. The uppercut. Spong's got to get back to center ring. This is Alistair's territory. This is where Alistair's dangerous. Spong's on rubber legs. Here comes the ring. Standing count. Spong was caught against the ropes. And he is dazed. That left eye is almost swollen shut. The ring. Can Alistair finish now? Spong in a bad way here. That eye almost swollen shut. He's not going to be able to see the power right hand as much here of Overeem.
Yeah, Alistair's smelling blood now, and he's going to try to go for a finish, and he's got the entire 55 seconds to do it.
Overhand right! Spong taking punishment now. And he's still standing. He's still fighting. He will not go quietly into the night, Tyrone Spong.
But he's got to get out of that corner.
You wonder what more Spong has left here. Uppercut from Alistair. Tries to put the chin through the top of the head. Another uppercut. Almost took out a low-flying aircraft. 15 seconds remaining. Spong now with a Muay Thai clinch, but didn't work for him. It'll be Alistair's round at 10-8. It'll put him over the top here. Spong got caught against the ropes, and Alistair effectively put the count on him. King Mo will see the Reem go through to the semi-finals here.
Yeah, he'll go to the semi-finals. You know, I think the way he fought, you know, he started off kind of rough, but he picked it up, and Gokhan Saki has his hands full.
Mike, as we have a look again at Tyrone Spong getting caught against the ropes, as Alistair cut off the ring, you do not want to be there against the Reem.
No, you don't. And you know what? Alistair actually switched up his game for this fight. He was a lot more aggressive, a lot more coming forward. He was actually initiating some of the offense himself, which is not really his style been so far. You know, it's very impressive. I mean, he's won this fight. I think you know, pretty decisively here in the last round.
First chance for Overeem. There it is. But I tell you what, folks, Tyrone Spong, look at the sportsmanship now. He has earned the respect of all and sundry here at the Ariake Coliseum, and surely the millions watching